So.
All right, guys, we are live on this beautiful Friday afternoon. It is so gorgeous out. We are coming to you straight from the winery, as you can tell. And next Friday, we will be able to see a lot of you in person. So we're excited, and we've got a lot of stuff coming up today to show you. So hop on. Let us know what you guys are sipping on. Everybody grab a glass because we're celebrating a lot of great things today. And one of the very special things we are celebrating is Mr. Bonaquisti's, Mr. Paul Bonaquisti, that's the other Bonaquisti, his birthday. So we're excited about that. Roberta brought us a cake, beautiful cake, and I supplied some candles, but I already used the wine candle. I don't know if you saw these.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that. Oh, and a pint of beer candle.
Yep.
And
But I used the wine one, so
all right.
you got the leftover.
That's awesome. Thank you.
A while ago. So we're excited about the birthday, and we've got some fun things to share today, some history, and I'd like to ask Paul a few questions about the neighborhood, the transition of the neighborhood, how it's changed throughout the years. And, he being one of the first in this building, I talk a little bit about that and show you guys some pictures that might blow your mind of what the winery looked like when Paul and Judy signed the papers and opened up the winery.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God.
so we will get to that story here soon. You guys, if you're hopping on, just drop us a note. We'll give you a little bit more details about opening next Friday, what that will look like. It will be 12 to 6. We're starting next Friday, and then we'll do a continuum the next week and thereon after, and we'll have some live music for you to enjoy and all the goodies that I know you guys have been ordering from us and eating from the comfort of your home and drinking from the comfort of your home, but now we can do it from the comfort of our parking lot. So we're looking forward to it. Good stuff to come. Okay, so I guess I'll start here. Why a winery? What was your vision of opening this place when you were a DJ and all of that? Just give us some of the goodies.
I'll give you the goodies. Okay, so I was a DJ working on radio, got fired. Very traumatic to get fired, and when they flipped the format. Really had been looking for something for a backup plan for a while, and looking at business for sale. Saw a winery for sale, kind of set the light bulb off, and off we go. So, Judy, my wife, told me, if you want to open a winery, you better go get some formal education. So she made me go get my sommelier certification, and got my level 2 from the International Wine Guild here in Denver, and then off we go. Wrote a business plan, and don't look back. So. But we always wanted to, be in the neighborhood. I wanted to be in the 80211 in the zip code here, although we did look downtown, and looked in the Rhino district at the time. Was really, wasn't anything near what it was now. But ultimately came back to this location. This building was brand new, and had just been built. There used to be old Quonset hut here, because way back in the day, this property was actually Quonset huts for military, army that came back from like the Korean War. It was housing, temporary housing for them and their families while they found permanent housing. So there was actually one Quonset hut here left, and in like a wood chopping business or something. But the guy who had bought this property, he built this complex, and we were lucky to get the last unit here. So the complex opened in 2005, and then we opened our doors in 2006.
Wow. And so the housing market, what did that look like during that time? Because I know it's definitely becoming gentrified now.
So like 2006, the economy was cooking pretty good. So it was actually hard to find a location for the winery, because we have to be in a specific zoning, because the city considers manufacturing. So, but I always wanted to be on the corner of Main and Main, so I wanted to be deeper into the neighborhood. Looked at a property on Tennyson. It just wasn't really feasible for making wine. So, and that's what led me back to this property. So
So it's sort of like a destination place, not a whole lot of foot
Definitely.
traffic here, and
Oh, yeah, this is a destination all the way. It looks like, God, well, you're opening a winery, and then you're opening a winery where? It was totally bizarre. It just, and people, we had some events. Obviously, we've always hosted events, and I can remember some people. I remember one person in particular, but anyway, but it was more than one. One sticks out. She pulled up here and was like paranoid walking into the place, and just because
Oh, wow.
she lives in suburbia
Yeah.
and just was out of her element. But I kind of chuckled it off. I said, "You're safe. This is as safe as anywhere
Right.
you are, or anywhere in the state." So, District 1, the police station is right behind us, and it's a safe neighborhood. So.
yeah. And there's something to be said when you build your foundation on roots that have been here for many, many years. I mean, big Italian community here, the Latino community. We bought our house around the same time you opened the winery, just up the road, and there was such a good energy and feel, I felt, and I always felt safe in the hood. And yeah, it's just, I love it. There's so much culture and diversity, and there's something to be said for a mom and pop winery up the road, just like all the restaurants that they have around here as well.
Yeah. So really, yeah, that was the vision. It's like, it's a neighborhood winery. That was the whole idea, and for people to be able to come in and be able to see where the wine's made and taste the wine and sample it, and yeah. So that was the early years, and of course, it's been an
Yeah.
evolution over the last 15. So.
Wow, it's crazy to think 15 years. And Paul had sent over some photos, and it was really cool just to see the hands of the family putting their sweat equity into the winery as well, and really helping you build that as well. What was your, I guess, your main focus? What was your target market for just opening up? And maybe was your tasting room open right when you opened the doors? And how did that structure look like?
Yeah, it was a step-by-step process along the way. So getting in here in the summer, we signed a contract in April, and then got into the building, and then at the same time, doing the finish, the tenant finish
Right.
in here, and making it look the way we wanted, plus bringing in the equipment and getting ready for harvest, and getting ready to open the doors to the public at one point. So, and then all the regulations too. So it just really took a lot longer than I thought to get the doors open. In fact, we actually we participated in Festival Italiano at Belmar in September. Yeah, they let us have a booth out there, and so that was really our first place to sell wine, because we weren't able to open the winery yet.
Wow.
We hadn't had our inspections, and we were still, it was some crazy construction in here at the time. So.
Yeah, well, that goes along with so many businesses, especially if it's the first time you've been in that type of industry. Which I just want to share with you what the winery looked like for those of you who are now just even discovering that we don't have that barn door anymore. This is way back in the day. Oh, hold on, sorry, I forgot to share it first.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with me. Hi, Karen, thanks for joining. Julie.
Hi, Karen
Great
and
to
Julie.
see you guys. All right, share screen.
And Michael. Hi, Michael.
Yeah, Michael Bonaquisti. Okay, so
Yeah, which one? Yeah, sure. You got to go Chrome tab,
Chrome tab.
and yeah, photo history.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so let's see if we can see those. See what's coming up. I know you guys have a little bit of a delay, so give you just a second to. Oh, more than a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
If you want to.
yeah, so that's what you're looking at, is if you had just walked in the front door and looked up at the mezzanine, that's how this place was originally built out, with 2 offices upstairs. So, and then right underneath that, the black I-beam, it was actually, that's where we put the second bathroom. There was only one bathroom. We put in a second bathroom, and yeah, it was just a shell. And of course, there's the railing system that I had to put in because the Alcohol Tax and Trade Bureau originally I submitted the plans to the TTB with telling them that's the production area, here was the counter where we're at, and they said, oh, no, you need to have some sort of barrier between where the wine's made and where the people walk, because what if somebody walked through, bumped a tank a tank valve, and 200 gallons of revenue spilled. That's how they refer to it, the revenue. So,
Wow.
of course, the government's all about their tax money, and so that's how that came about. Putting the railing in to keep the barrier, and we had a gate.
Oh, I know, I
one
see that
time.
gate. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Funny.
that was that's the shell of the winery. So, yes, that's the day we signed on the dotted line. That's our banker at the time. As we signed our life away. That's what it looks like. You're happy, and then you know, the reality sets in when you're here on your own and go, oh shit, you gotta get some people out here.
Right? Yep. Time to party. Make that money and pay those bills. All right. So just remove it.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Okay.
All right. Hope you like those that home movies there, home slideshow.
So as we continue through, and as Paul was mentioning before, April is the official anniversary, and then doors opened in October. So we will be celebrating for the next handful of months, really talking about the history. My goal is to interview Paul and Judy sometimes, if just to talk about the transition. Being a business owner. There are so many obstacles that come your way that you may not even think of, and so you have to pivot. I mean, who would have thought 2007 and 8 was the recession, and Paul had just opened the winery. Cut to Vincent being diagnosed with leukemia, and now the pandemic, and for the business to thrive and be able to go and grow through that, I think is tremendous. And it really says a lot for the loyalty and the following that you guys have built here, and it's a strong foundation. You didn't build on sand, you built on a very strong, solid foundation to be able to come up to this point. So yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
pretty awesome.
And I mean, all of you, absolutely. We're so thankful for and grateful for being with us. And I know some of you since almost day one.
Wow.
So it's wonderful to us, and if I think I start talking about it, it'll make me cry. So that's just how much love I have and gratitude I have for everyone. So, and we're so excited to reopen the winery next weekend. We're not going to have Friday night. We're going to have just our normal Friday hours, but we'll have some tables out here and be able to have a glass of wine or a tasting, and then Saturday. We're going to be open noon to 5, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but we're going to have some live music here.
Woo!
So that's all I can say now.
Yeah, we'll be throwing out details soon.
We'll be throwing out details, and we're going to keep it safe. We'll have the tables socially distanced, and hopefully the weather cooperates like it is this weekend. So, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful out today, so hopefully the weather will continue. I definitely appreciate you guys. So we will do an evolution series, the evolution of the winery in the last 15 years, and we'll do it intermittently throughout until October, and we'll have a big celebration in October. But I think there's just so much. I love when people share the story behind the story, because sometimes you walk through the doors and everything just looks like magic, like it's just magically created. And even these lives, we've been getting some really good feedback, like it's just magically created. But there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into it, or last minute stuff. I don't know, maybe we're really good at last minute too. But there's a lot of sweat and tears and all of that stuff that goes into building a business. And, I know that in the last 6 years, I've been able to witness that more on a closer scale with the family. And prior to that, just hearing some of the stories, I think it's just fun to find out like where Paul and Judy started and where it's at right now and the evolution and all of that. I mean, a lot goes into it. There's sometimes I think of, and won't share too much of the stories, but one of the wine was re-fermenting, and Paul and I, this was very early on, and we're opening all the bottles and pouring the bottles back into the vat. And I looked at him and said, I don't know that I want to work here. This was like early when you opened.
Yeah,
I was
when I
just
first
helping
opened.
out, but I didn't want, I was like, this is what I'm cut out to do. But, you don't think about things like that. And so,
Yeah.
it's really cool to see.
We bottled the white. It was white Merlot. I
Oh,
remember
yeah, the white
sweet
Merlot.
wine had
Yeah.
the filter had a breakdown, and so the wine started to re-ferment in the bottle, and we knew you'd be back, and anyway. So we opened all the rest of we probably had, I don't know, another 40 cases of wine. We opened the bottle, opened all the corks, dumped it back in the tank, and got it rebottled and refiltered. So, and then everybody drank it.
Yep.
So it all worked out.
Good.
But yeah, Emily
Absolutely.
was dumping bottles into the tank.
Oh gosh, I guess I have been here for a long time, but
Yeah.
but yeah, we want to share more of those stories and with you guys on these lives as we go forward.
Les smells a documentary. I don't know about that, Les.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
So, hey, yeah, really, yeah, we got a few minutes to do a quick any Q&A. I'd love to just drop a question in the comments. I'd love to answer it for you, and whatever, or maybe you don't. So it's okay. Just tell us what you're drinking tonight. Tell us your Easter plans if you have any, or just weekend plans. Love to hear that. So my birthday plans tonight are I'm going to All City Stadium because North High School football is playing, and my daughter Marisa is cheering, so we get to go. And right on, Nick, brother Nick. We love you too, bro.
Love you
And
guys.
hey, Angelo. All right, Angel, my neighbor.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Angel.
Jackie, Jen, good to see you guys.
Yeah. Oh, right on, Dave Peterson. Thank you, Dave. Went to high school with Dave Peterson.
Oh,
thanks
cool.
for popping on. Great to see you, man.
Hi, Julie. Yeah, we'll miss you, but we'll be open. So whenever you guys can make it, safe travels.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag vaccine.
All right on. Jen Brooks going to have Easter dinner with her family after a year.
cool.
Love to hear that. Thank you for the super birthday wishes. All right, yeah, DJ Tabor. Hey, so yeah, we got to tell you about tonight because Denver Wine Radio, which is our in-house radio station pumped out around the world online at denverwineradio.com. We are kicking off special programming tonight, and every Friday from 9 to midnight, it is the Lucky Beam Friday. So you remember the Lucky Star and I-Beam downtown on Larimer Square. So the DJs there were DJ Tabor and DJ Scotty the Hottie. So, and they pumped out, some of the greatest party music ever. This was during the 90s into the 2000s.
Yeah.
And so they have a show on, they broadcast live every Friday night on Twitch called Lucky Beam Fridays. And we are simulcasting it live on Denver Wine Radio tonight. So, and every Friday from 9 to midnight. And then tomorrow, Saturday, is all house music from 9 to midnight. And that is called Super Soccer Saturday.
Whoa.
From DJ Tabor. So check those out. We'd love for you to listen. There's 24/7 music on Denver Wine Radio, and more to come. Can't wait for next weekend because we're going to really crank it up.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
and there's an app for it, so download the app if you can, or just go to the website and it'll start playing for you.
That's great. I remember Lucky Star. That was fun. Ladies' night, Thursdays.
So,
Very cool.
all right. Is that it?
All right. Well, cheers, you guys. Paul's birthday. He is turning a fresh 40 today.
Oh,
so.
yeah, babe. 40!
Yep. 40 is the new.
Never
or
thought I would
70.
hit it.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're enjoying our time here, and thank you guys for everything, and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, we'll do.
Cool.
Vita, salute, Steve. Right on. Good to see you, brother. And yeah, have a great weekend. Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter to you all. And we'll see you here at the winery very soon.
Yep.
And have a
guys
glass of
soon.
wine with you.
Yep.
All right.
Details to come. Hey, Cindy, we'll see you next weekend.
All right.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.